everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a level 2-3 back bending and balancing class. So we do a lot of strengthening work for the back body, lots of opening for the shoulders, and then we get into some balancing poses. We get into dancer's pose. There's some options to get upside down into pincher and handstand, and options for scorpion in those as well. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you have comments or feedback or want to see more or less of something, let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started right away in a tabletop position, so I don't cue us into ujjayi or anything like that. So if you want to take a moment to get grounded and settle into your breath pattern, please do that, and then I will meet you in a tabletop position. As you inhale, drop the belly, reach the sternum forward, cow belly breath. And then as you exhale, round, press the floor away. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale into your cat. 3 more here. One more. This time, as you inhale, ground down through the left shin. Send the sole of the right foot towards the floor, towards the sky, knee is bent. And then as you exhale, tuck and round, knee to nose. Inhale, donkey kick in your cow belly breath. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, engage the glutes and hamstrings. Don't just dump into the lower back. Move the whole spine. Exhale to round. Take 2 more here. Send your foot back up into that donkey kick position. Option to stay here, otherwise option to take that left hand back. Reach for the inside edge of the right foot. Give a little bit of a kick, opening up through the shoulder, starting to engage the quadricep. Keep the glutes engaged, don't just dump into that lower back. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, come into your spinal balance, reach the left arm, right leg long. And then as you exhale, set it down. Other side, as you inhale, cow belly breath, sole of the left foot to the sky. And then exhale, tuck and round. 4 more. Take that left foot up in your donkey kick. Stay or reach the right hand back for the left foot. Give a little bit of a kick, staying nice and active. Release the right arm, left leg long, spinal balance, inhale. And then as you exhale, set it down. Hips stay above the knees as you walk the hands forward, coming into puppy pose. Set the forehead down. Try not to crank your neck by setting your chin down. Maybe you're open enough that the chest comes to the floor. Stay nice and active in through the arms, not overextending through the shoulders. Take 2 more breaths here. Child's pose is always an option. And then from here, you're going to set the forearms down, shift forward, walk the toes up, coming into your dolphin pose. Bend your knees as much as you need to. We're still early on, so the hamstrings might not be warm. Your shoulders are above your elbows. Try and get your forearms parallel. And then shake your head, yes and no, releasing any tension in through the neck. Maybe you can pedal the feet a little bit here, opening up through the backs of the legs. Take 2 more breaths. From here, start to walk your feet back, coming into your forearm plank pose. Send energy out through the heels, engage through the quads, send energy out through the crown of the head. Think of drawing the elbows towards the toes towards the elbows, and at the same time, press the floor away, really active here. You're not tucking your tailbone per se, but there's an energy between the ribs and the hips. From here, ground down through the right foot, lift the left foot, bend the knee. You're going to drip the left toes behind the right knee. Take the left arm up, inhale, modified baby side plank. And then as you exhale, come back to your forearm plank. Lift the right foot, bend the knee, tap the right foot behind the left knee. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. And then as you exhale, come back to your forearm plank. We'll do 2 more on each side. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, drip the toes behind. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, come back to your forearm plank. Lift the right leg up, toes come behind. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, back to your forearm plank. 1 more time on each side. Come back into your forearm plank. Slowly, with control, lower your pelvis down to the floor. So your knees will hit, then your thighs will hit, then your pelvis will hit. Draw the sternum through the gateway of the arms. Actively press the forearms down in your Sphinx pose, drawing the elbows back towards the hips, pressing the tops of the feet down, and thinking of lengthening the tailbone away from the back of the rib cage. Gaze is wherever is comfortable for you. I would encourage you not to look directly forward. It puts a lot of pressure on the back of the neck. Your gaze is probably down between your thumbs. Take 3 more breaths here. This is a really active pose. And then slowly you're going to lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Take the fingertips wide, tent up onto the fingertips, elbows towards the sky. Press the tops of the feet into the floor as you inhale. Pubic bone down, peel yourself up. Modified cobra. As you exhale, twist to the left, drop the right shoulder down. Inhale, come up through center, engage the glutes. Exhale, look to the right, open up through the left shoulder. 2 more on each side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, roll it down. Bring the hands underneath, down by the rib cage. Hug the elbows to the body. Inhale, peel up, baby cobra. Shoulder blades slide away from the head. Exhale, roll it down. Option to stay with the hands down. Otherwise, inhale, your hands will hover, peel up. Exhale, roll it down. We've got 3 more. Draw your belly away from the floor. Don't press it out. One more, we're going to hold. If your hands aren't already lifted, lift them up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shoot the arms off, capital T. See if you can lift the backs of the hands a little bit higher towards the sky without cranking into the neck. Engage the quads, press the feet down, take an inhale. Only if it feels good in your lower back. Exhale, engage the glutes, spin the inner thighs up towards the sky as you lift the legs. Hold here for 3 more breaths. Remember not to press the belly out into the floor. Tuck under the toes, hands come back by the ribs underneath the elbows. Option to keep the knees down here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're pressing either straight to plank or come through tabletop. And then you'll shift back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple through the spine, plank pose. As you exhale, bend the knees to hover, then send the hips back, straighten the legs, downward dog. Inhale, raise onto the toes, ripple through the spine, plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to heels, downward dog. 3 more here. Last one. From your downward dog, shift forward into your high plank pose. Engage your lats, those big side body muscles. Gentle tenting through the fingertips as you press the floor away with your hands. Engage through the legs. And once again, energy through the heels and the crown of the head without really rounding and tucking through your spine. You've got a nice neutral spine, so you're supporting in the lower back without turning yourself into a rainbow. Just like we did on our forearms, you're going to take an inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, drip the left toes behind the right. Inhale, sweep that left arm up and over. And then as you exhale, bring it back to plank. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, drip the toes. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and over. Exhale, come back to plank. Take 2 more on each side. Come back to your high plank pose. From here, as you inhale, shift forward, maybe walk the toes up. As you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Elbows stack above the wrists. Same position with your torso as a plank. We're going to hold this for 3 more breaths. Keep the shoulders working away from the ears. Gaze is down. Relax the face. Press the floor away. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into your plank, and then set the knees down, tabletop position. Spinal balance. As you inhale, you're going to take the right arm forward, the left leg back. Exhale, bring it back to tabletop. Inhale, hips and pelvis and shoulders stay even. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, bring it back to center. You can also exhale as you lift and inhale as you set it down. Find whatever works the best for you. When you lift, you're engaging the back of the shoulder, the back of the leg. Try and keep your pelvis from rotating side to side. We've got 3 more on each side. Come back to your tabletop, tuck under your toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, come up into a bear. Your knees come to hover, your spine stays in neutral. Option to stay here. Otherwise, you're trying to keep your knees in line with each other. As you exhale, you're going to tap right hand, left shoulder. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left hand, right shoulder. Inhale, set it down. Keep going. So as you tap the hand that lifts, you've got to think of drawing that knee down to try and keep it even with the other. We've got 2 more on each side. And come back to your bear pose. Take the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, you're going to shift forward into your plank pose. You can come back to tabletop here, or you can work just the arms or just the legs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right arm reaches forward, left leg reaches back, awkward plank. Inhale, set it down. Shoulders and pelvis stay even to the floor. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, right arm, left leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Inhale, set it down. 3 more on each side. You're trying to keep your body as stable as you can. Stable like a table. I once had a patient describe her friend to me like that. She was like, oh yeah, she's just really sturdy, just like stable like a table. And it's kind of just stuck with me. 1 more on each side. Come back to your plank pose, shift forward, chaturanga, and then lower all the way down to the body, to the belly rather. You're going to extend your hands out in front of you, your legs are long, hips distance apart behind you. Keep your forehead down to start with. As you exhale, right arm, left leg lift. Keep long through the lower spine. Keep pressing the pubic bone down. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Keep your forehead down. I'm just lifting mine so you can hear me. Inhale, set it down. We're going to do 4 more on each side like this. Relax through the neck. Feel free to stay like that. Otherwise, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lift the chest up like a baby cobra. Same thing. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, right arm, left leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Inhale, set it down. Option to stay like this. Otherwise, you can float the arms and legs to hover. And then as you exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, lower to hover. Exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, lower to hover. You've got 4 more on each side. Gaze is neutral down at the floor. Inhale, Superman, reach long. And then as you exhale, plant the hands. Take an inhale. As you exhale, elbows hug close, tabletop or plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat. Start to take slow little baby steps all the way up, keeping your legs as straight as you can. All the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, hands up the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. This time as you inhale, halfway lift, gentle bend in the knees, send energy out through the crown and the tail. Take the arms off to capital T, engage the back muscles. As you exhale, opposite hand to opposite elbow, fold forward. 3 more like that. Inhale, come up into that capital T. Exhale, fold forward, grab the elbows. 2 more. So when you come into those halfway lifts, make sure you're not just hyperextending through the knees. Take a generous bend in through the knees, drop the tail, start to roll the spine all the way to standing. As you inhale, circle sweep the arms up, Surya A. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Option to take those arms off to capital T. Exhale, plant the hands, step, walk or float through your chaturanga. Inhale, flip the toes, either up dog or cobra. Exhale, come back to chaturanga as an option. Inhale through plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen, option capital T. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, your halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. You could always come straight back to plank. Exhale, optional second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, your transition. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Take it through your vinyasa. We meet in downward dog. Step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. We've got 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa to downward dog. Step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Look to the top, step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Final round. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale through your vinyasa. Step walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Listen carefully. Step the right leg back, lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe you can plant the right hand, bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of the right foot, coming into a quad stretch or a hamstring cramp. Option to come lower. If you want to come down onto your elbows, you make that choice. Lower the back leg, tuck under the toes, lift the back knee, step back, high plank pose. Lift the left foot, take an inhale. As you exhale, hamstring curl with that left leg. Inhale, extend it back to plank. Exhale, hamstring curl. Inhale it back to plank. 3 more. This time, hold your hamstring curl. Pivot to the outside edge of your right foot. Option to stay with your hamstring curl in your side plank. Option to drip the toes behind. Or maybe you can grab a hold of that left foot with your left hand, coming into kind of like a bow in your side plank. Slowly release. Inhale, plank pose. Take an exhale here. Shift forward, inhale into your chaturanga. Exhale to hold. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Flip the toes. Inhale, your transition. This time as you exhale, dolphin pose. So as you come back to downward dog, drop the elbows into your dolphin pose. Walk the toes up. Even if you're coming into Pincha Mayurasana, we're not going there yet. Hold your horses, we're getting there. Take a gentle bend in the knees. Take an inhale. As you exhale, straight leg raise with the right. Don't turn the toes out. Engage the glutes. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, straight leg raise with the left. The toes face the floor. Inhale, set it down. 4 more each side. Keep pressing the floor away with the arms. One more each side. Walk it back to a forearm plank. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the pelvis, Sphinx pose. Set up your Sphinx pose. Take an inhale. Turn the left hand towards the right elbow. Bend the right knee. Knees stay hips distance apart. Option to grab a strap and just come back for a quad stretch. Otherwise, Adha Bakasana, you're taking the right thumb towards the sky. Then you're pivoting the fingers towards the front of the room as the elbow comes up towards the sky. The right heel is drawing to the outside of the right hip. You're trying to square your shoulders back to the front of the room. It's really hard to talk in this pose. Slowly release that foot. We're going to come back to a forearm plank. So place your arms parallel, shoulders above the elbows, tuck under the toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, engage the abs, engage the quads, lift up. On your inhale, you're going to shift your weight forward. So come onto your toes. Think of your nose going beyond your fingers. And then as you exhale, shift back into the heels. Inhale, soar forwards. Exhale it back. Neutralizing through the spine here. You've got 3 more. Plant right palm, plant left palm, high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat. You can step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back, lower the knee, untuck the toe. Inhale, reach the chest forward up on fingertips. Option to stay here, or you're bending through that left knee, reaching back with the right hand, grabbing a hold, maybe coming down onto the left forearm. From here, lower that left foot, tuck under the toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, come back to your plank pose. Inhale, float the right leg to hover. As you exhale, hamstring curl. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to curl. 3 more. From here, hold your curl. Pivot into your side plank. Option to stay. Option to drip the toes. Option to grab the right foot, coming into this bow shape. Release the right leg, come back into your high plank pose. Take an inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, come into your chaturanga. We're going to hold 3 breaths. Take it through your transition. And then we're coming back to dolphin. So as you bring those hips up and back, you're dropping the elbows down both at the same time if you can. You could stay here. Otherwise, we've got 1 more prep before we come into pincher. You're going to look between your thumbs. As you inhale, you're going to shift forward. Tap the nose beyond your thumbs. And then exhale, shift back. You could also do this with your fingers interlaced. We've got 8 more. Walk it back into your forearm plank. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly lower those hips down. Inhale into your Sphinx pose. Really engage through the glutes and press that pubic bone into the floor. Right hand comes to left elbow. Bend the left knee. Take whatever version you're going to take on this side. Keep pressing the floor away with that right forearm wherever you are. I've been doing a lot of swimming lately and this is just feeling so brutal on my shoulders. Here, one more breath. And then slowly release. Come back to your Sphinx pose. Take an inhale, tuck under the toes, engage the legs. As you exhale, come back into your forearm plank. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here. You can move back and forward. You can move side to side. We're just engaging the abs, neutralizing the spine actively. And then you're going to go left palm, right palm, high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes, knees tracking in line with the second and third toes. Sink your hips a little lower, neutral through the spine. The more you hinge back at the hips, the more you can bring your chest forward. Stay in your chair legs. You're going to interlace the fingers behind you. Maybe you're staying here. Otherwise, as you inhale, broaden the collarbones. Maybe you can reach those hands back behind you. If this causes you to dump into the lower back and stick your tailbone towards the back of the room, keep your hands on your lower back and just work on moving the fronts of your shoulders away from each other. Sink a little lower in your chair if you can. We've got 2 more breaths. Keep the interlace if you can. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Maybe those arms are coming up and overhead. Take another inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. As you exhale, open the hip, bend the knee. Active curl that right heel towards the glutes. Square the right shoulder with the left as much as you can. And then raise that right knee up towards the sky. You should really feel the glutes and the hamstrings engaged here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, round, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up, open the hip. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up. One more. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Step the right foot forward. Stay on the back toes. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Square off through the hips. Left hip draws slightly forward. Right hip draws slightly back. Take a bend in the left knee if you need to sink lower into the hips. And then think of your rib cage growing away from your pelvis as you lengthen through the torso. Interlace those hands behind you. Again, take an inhale, open the collarbones. Option to stay here, otherwise as you exhale, take that back bend. Think of me pressing in between your shoulder blades to initiate the back bend. Maybe the fists come to the back thigh. Maybe that back thigh can press up into the fists. Come back to neutral, take an inhale. You're going to shift forward into a power lunge, torso 45 degrees, and then ground down through the right leg. Lift the left leg. Take those fists to the sacrum. See if you can even off through the pelvis. Left toes face the floor in your warrior three, and then you're actively reaching those hands towards the back of the room. Lose the interlace if this doesn't feel good for your shoulders. Step that left leg back, release the interlace, inhale, crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, take it through a vinyasa. Option to keep that right leg floating. Option for your double chaturanga. Inhale, sweep the left leg up, open the hip. Active through that left leg. Squeeze it towards the glute. Push it towards the sky. Square the left shoulder towards the floor. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, round, knee to nose. Inhale, open it up. 2 more. Step it through, raise up, crescent lunge, set yourself up on this side, 5 breaths. Interlace the fingers the non-dominant way behind you. As you inhale, broaden the collarbones first, and then as you exhale, open through the thoracic. Maybe the fists come to the leg, maybe not. Keep the interlace, inhale back through neutral. As you exhale, come into your power lunge. Ground down through the left foot. Slowly with control, step up into your warrior three. Make your adjustments, and then 5 slow deep breaths. Step it back, release the interlace, inhale, crescent lunge, and then exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Listen carefully. As you exhale, balance chair, raise onto the toes, sweep the arms back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up the chest, baby back bend. Exhale, straight into your warrior three, balance. Inhale here. Exhale, step the left leg back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, square off. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, non-dominant interlace. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, all the way through, slow warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, take it to your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. We'll do two more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Inhale, balance chair. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg raises. Exhale, open the hip, engage the glute. Inhale, extend the leg long. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, open up. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, active, lengthen. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, non-dominant interlace. Inhale, open up. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Final round. Inhale, chair. Exhale, balance. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the right leg. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, neutralize. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace. I forgot the hip opening. It's okay. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Exhale, open the hip, engage the glute. Inhale, square it off. Exhale, set the left foot down, drop the elbows, dolphin pose. Option to stay here, option to come into any of the shoulder strengtheners we did before. Otherwise, first round of Pincha Mayurasana. Walk the feet up, strong engagement through your top leg, press the floor away, engage the glutes. Think of standing on the ceiling. Think of lengthening the back of your pelvis, so your waistband away from the bottom of your ribs. So if you're a lady, your waistband is moving away from the back of your bra. Ooh, maybe you're falling over. Take a couple more breaths wherever you're at. And then when you're ready, come back down, forearm plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale into your Sphinx pose. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto the floor. Interlace your fingers behind you. Bend your knees, soles of the feet up towards the sky. Think of hugging a block between your knees. Take an inhale, broaden the collarbones. And then as you exhale, start by lifting just the chest. So press the thighs down. Engage the upper back. Press the pubic bone down. Maybe you stay here. Take an inhale. Maybe as you exhale, engage the glutes and hamstrings without spreading the knees. Maybe you can send the soles of the feet towards the sky. One more breath. And then slowly lower down. Let your head rest to one direction. We're going to do another round of that with the opposite interlace. You could also do this with your legs straight if that feels better for your lower back. Bring yourself back to neutral. Interlace the non-dominant way behind you. Bend the knees, maybe. Take an inhale, broaden the collarbones, shoulders away from the mat. And then as you exhale, start by pressing down through the thighs. Lift just the upper body. Draw the lower belly away from the floor. Take an inhale. As you exhale, maybe soles of the feet are coming towards the sky. Engage the glutes, engage the hamstrings. Neck is neutral. Send the legs long, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring it down. Hands plant beside the body, hug the elbows, take an inhale. As you exhale, plank or tabletop, and then downward facing dog. As you inhale, you're going to sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Option to stay, option to flip your dog, coming into wild thing. Inhaling, reaching the top arm away from you, opening the chest, really active through the bottom glutes, pressing the floor away. Cramping all over the place today. Take one more breath. As you exhale, you're going to come back to neutral. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up, baby back bend. As you exhale, come forward, warrior three. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, hamstring curl, left glute in towards the body. Inhale, lengthen. Try and keep the hips even to the floor. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Three more. Hold your curl. Maybe you're staying there. Maybe you're coming up a little bit to grab a hold of that left ankle and then opening up Chapasana. You could just come into Natrajasana here as well, just sending that left leg up in a karate chop towards the sky. Keep a hold of that foot if you've got it. You're going to start to square off through the hips. Ground down through the right foot. Come all the way to standing. Knees are parallel with each other. Maybe this is where you stay. Otherwise, right hand to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, start to kick back through your left leg. Glutes and hamstrings. And then start to bring yourself forward as if I've got a string attached to your right fingertips. So you're really lengthening through the spine. I'm not really interested in how close you can get your foot to your head. I'm more interested in how much you can engage those back body muscles, those back leg muscles. Asana dancer's pose. Two more breaths. From here, you're slowly going to release that back foot, come into your warrior three, and then gracefully or ungracefully take the hands down, coming into your standing split. You could stay here. Otherwise, if you wanted to take some hops toward handstand, or if you have a handstand practice, that would be a great time to work with that. Keep pressing the floor away. Keep lengthening through the spine, just like you're standing on your feet, but now you're upside down. You came upside down slowly. You're going to float yourself back. And however you want to get there, vinyasa, no vinyasa. Inhale, you're going to sweep that left leg up. As you exhale, open the hip. Option to stay here, otherwise flip your dog. Take an inhale, press the floor away. Reach that left arm long towards the front of the room. Wild thing. Slowly unwind yourself on your next inhale, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, step it through. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, non-dominant interlace. Inhale, open up through the shoulders. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, hamstring curl that right leg. Inhale, lengthen, engage the quad. Exhale, hamstring. Inhale, quad. Three more. Now remember, you have the option to stay here, option to grab a hold of that right foot, or option just to come to straight Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Otherwise, you're opening up into Chapasana, sugarcane pose. You're going to start to square off to the floor, engage through that left leg, come all the way to standing, grab a hold of the right foot if you don't already. I didn't mention it on the other side, but you can hold the inside or the outside of the foot, whatever you prefer. Head spin. Whew. Inhale, reach that left arm up. As you exhale, start by kicking the right leg back. So even if I take my hand away from my foot, I'm still reaching that right leg back and reaching that left arm forward. Holding onto my foot doesn't increase the bend in my spine. It just helps me get a little bit more active resistance through that leg. Slowly, with control, you're going to release that right leg, come straight to warrior three, and then take those hands down, standing split. Maybe you're coming into a handstand. Maybe you have a scorpion variation that you're working with, bending one or both legs. Reaching the sternum towards the front of the mat. Keeping the length in the spine active through the glutes. If you have any other fun, funky variations you want to take, please go for gold. It's about as cool as it gets for me. When you're done, you're slowly going to take it through your vinyasa or not. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And then once again, you're going to drop those elbows, coming down into your dolphin pose. Once again, you have the option to hang out here. You could hang out in child's pose. Otherwise, if you wanted to take another pincher, a scorpion variation in pincher, now is your chance. You could also take a headstand here, or another arm balance that you're working on. If you came into scorpion, come back via your pincher, and then everybody meets in a forearm plank. Take an inhale, you're going to dip the right hip towards the floor. Exhale to center. Inhale, dip the left hip to the floor. Exhale to center. 4 more on each side. Come back to your forearm plank. Lower the knees and then just press yourself back into a child's pose. Sway it back and forward, side to side. Just releasing in through the lower back before we go into some belly down back bends. Remembering that if your spine has had enough, child's pose is always there for you. You can always flip over and do some ab work or modify so you're not going so deep. Roll yourself forward and come all the way down onto your back. You can stay with any variation we've already done. You could come to Shalabhasana, bringing the hands down, peeling the chest away and pressing the hands and feet down. Otherwise, we're going to go for full bow pose. Once again, just like dancers, holding onto your feet, you're not aiming to crank into your spine. It's just there to give you leverage for the kick of your legs. So if you're coming with me, grab a hold of the outside edges of your feet and knees, hips distance. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start by peeling the chest away from the floor. My hands aren't doing anything. As you exhale, think of sending the soles of the feet towards the sky, and then you can kick the feet back into the hands to give you that active resistance, that active opening up through the shoulders. Slowly, with control, you're going to release to Superman, arms and legs long. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, plank or tabletop, send it back, downward facing dog. We're going to do that standing sequence one more time to the breath. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, flip the dog. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knee. Grab a hold of the foot as you inhale, open up, Chapasana. As you exhale, square off to the floor. Inhale, come up to standing. As you exhale, dancer's pose. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, standing split. Just one big spirit hop. Plant the hands, hop the right foot to the back of the mat and maybe grab some air time. And then take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, flip the dog. Exhale, reverse it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, non-dominant interlace. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hamstring curl. Reach back, grab the foot. Inhale, Chapasana. As you exhale, square off. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the left arm. As you exhale, dancer's pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands. Once again, big spirit hop. Maybe you're catching a little bit of airtime in an L shape. And then take it back and down through your vinyasa. Look to the top of your mat, step, walk, or float through to Navasana boat pose. Legs can be bent or straight. Hands can hold behind the back of the knees, or you can reach the hands out in front of you. Slowly lower the feet down. From here, you're going to roll down all the way onto your back, nice and slow. We're going to do a little bit of ab work before we come into our final back bends of class. Spine is neutral. You've got a little gap between your spine and the mat. Your tailbone is in neutral. So you're not tucking it under, you're not jamming it into the floor, shooting towards your feet. Hands come behind the back of the head, neck is nice and relaxed, elbows wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the bottom of the rib cage slides towards the top of the pelvis. Come up into a crunch. Your spine stays in neutral. It doesn't flatten. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, crunch up. Your head is relaxed. You're not leading with your chin. Your chin is gently tucked. Inhale, lower down. We've got 8 more here. One more. We're going to hold it at the top. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to float your right leg up to tabletop, then your left leg. Now your lower back is flat in the floor and it will stay there. As you inhale, you're going to tap the right toes down and keep the knee bent. Exhale, bring it up. Head is heavy. Inhale, tap the left toes down, engage the lower belly. Exhale, bring it up. 4 more on each side. You can always lower your head here if you need to. One more each side. Lower the head down, hug the knees in towards the chest, rock it side to side. From here, plant the feet about hips distance apart. Hands come down by the body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, engage the glutes and hamstrings. Bring yourself up into bridge. You could stay here. This is where I'm going to hang out today. Otherwise, if you have a wheel in your practice and you're feeling like you want to go there, you're definitely prepared for it. You'll bring your hands up by your head. Fingertips will face your shoulders, elbows towards the sky. Hug the elbows in towards you. Engage the glutes and hamstrings. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, press into the hands. Do not come to the crown of the head. You want to press yourself straight up into your wheel pose. Wherever you're at, we're going to hold for 5 more breaths. If you came into wheel, slowly come to the top of your shoulders first. So gentle tuck of the chin to the chest, land on the shoulders, and then slowly, everybody, roll yourself down the spine. Let the knees knock together or bring them wide. Maybe windshield wiper them. Do whatever feels best in your body to recover from a back bend. And then bring your knees to neutral. We're going to repeat that same little ab sequence. So start by a neutral spine, elbows wide, take an inhale. Exhale, we're going for 10 crunches. Your neck stays really relaxed. If you do these well, they should be really effective. You probably can't hear it, but the bar next door is there's like a live band doing a cover of the Red Hot Chili Peppers Slide, and that song has been stuck in my head for days, and this is just now further reinforcing that's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the week. Come up into your crunch. Left leg floats into tabletop. Right leg floats into tabletop. Lower back stays in the spine. Inhale, tap the right toes. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, tap the left toes. Exhale, tabletop. 4 more on each side. Bring it back to center. Lower the head, hug the knees in towards the chest. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Take the hands off to capital T. And then let the legs fall over towards the left, coming into a spinal twist. You can obviously take whatever spinal twist you want here. Wherever you are, make sure you're grounding down through the right shoulder. Bring yourself back through center, switch it up. This time grounding down through the left shoulder. Bring it back through center. You can either keep the left knee bent or you can extend it long. You're going to take the right leg up to the sky, coming into a hamstring stretch. Option to get a little bit more ab work and curl the chest up. I personally find that that's really nice in my body after I've done a lot of back bends. And then you're going to switch it out to the other side. Draw the knees in towards the chest, grab a hold of the outside edges of the feet or the legs. Lower back is heavy in the floor, coming into happy baby pose, maybe rocking side to side. And then making any other movements that you feel like you need to make your practice complete. When you're ready, taking a nice deep inhale. And then big open mouth exhale, letting everything go, coming into whatever your final resting shape looks like. And I encourage you to take a couple of breaths here just to let everything go. And then as always, please stay here for as long as what serves you today. Today, as you go forward, may you have calmness in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and kindness in your heart.